Find some more. Oh, what was I gonna say? And last time I was
You'll
listening
never
to you.
believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send her now. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with you. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Revelio.
has a special knack. It's tormenting Professor Black.
Non near tomb.
Highway, go! Faster, High Wing! Away, High Wing! Away!
Call out for me all you want. Pull! Levioso! Levioso!
Silence is making me see things.
Levioso!
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way. A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio! Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less
Hard to say. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Irondale's not half as tough as it sounds. Betting on the Dragon's Right was the best decision I've made.
You can't keep your eyes off a pretty lass, you can't. Quit a flick of a frock and you fall to pieces.
Nothing to poach in Arrowshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you ask me. Legs are far too brittle.
I've heard centaurs quieter than you.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
What in Merlin's name?
Dragon.
Are those dragons?
Yeah. Oh, dragon fighting. Wrong.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. I'm putting back to the next and quiet as can be.
Don't know what Victor was sinking straight in a bargain with him. Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wheels.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there?
I'm trying to change the internet.
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Hamora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact!
You're the one we're looking for, ain't you? You're afraid.
How nice of you to stop by. Someone been taken out last week. Vegetables in combat. Lucky that's all. Seems your eyes coming back this way. What have you done? You were terribly upset. Surely you can see. I should have been. Stop messing around like a penny. What have you done?
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up. Aim for the ring at the front of her restraints.
How the hell? Game, not something to do, not something. What's I supposed to do?
You need to free her.
Akio. Oh, nice helmet. No, we stop doing that. I hate when it does that. Alright, let's go. Yeah, the fire's trying then.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Go fly, you're free. That's episode 3. Oh, 3 is a dragon.
This way.
Only like over half an hour. I already and I can't believe the free dragon.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell.
Revelio.
Discuss your progress thus far in the term.
The villain. Yeah, these wizards of fire. So you say threats, but it is it is as dangerous as their own gang as it is it's for the opponents. Disarming them with a spell as they prepare to cast the fire spell will cause them to lose control of the spell with this self-defense effect. Okay. Slowing down these wizards with Astral Mentor while they are conjuring fire will keep them fire ranging longer, proving the opportunity to launch enemies into with intensive results.
Let's go! Come on, Highwing! No need to race now, my friend.
Shut up. Well, what if I was going to the library? I'm going somewhere.
So this is the underground harbour. Revelio.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I am hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
The three broomsticks. It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
I don't know what.
Revelio.
Located deep beneath the courtyard is the Lynn boat delivered first year students across the lake to Hogwarts. That's it. I can leave. Oh yeah. The first was that first year's go too. Well, I didn't because I'm not first year. I'm fifth year. That's weird. I thought. Oh, think it. This is what I was talking about. When after Harry Potter finished, and it took a while before the last piece came out, I said, you know what? Just make a game, right? And they should, I don't know what they call it. I think they should call it Hogwarts, or Harry Potter you're like Harry Potter, Hogwarts life, where you life your life at Hogwarts something like that. That means you're a student and you do year 1 till 7. And, and there might be a little bit of mysteries. There might be before Harry Potter, after Harry Potter. You get to create your own character, so this is like it. And it's like
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
yeah.
Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Yeah.
Professor Weasley asked me to get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snuggery.
No, incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone,
and the Cloak of Invisibility. We know this.
Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Oh, that was a quaffle.
The Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false.
What?
While Polyjuice potion
Oh,
can
the
be used to
person.
change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
Oh, nervous,
The
wasn't it?
Order of Merlin.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council.
I was gonna
The
say that.
Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute
Yeah, they're writing
of
this down.
Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
God. No, you can't believe that's that.
The Peruvian Vipertooth.
Brilliant! Though the viper
That's like a
is
guess,
the
guys.
smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft.
I don't
It
know.
is believed that Hengist used the Three Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A Letherfold.
That's incorrect. The answer was a demiguise. While the hide behind has the power of invisibility,
I don't care.
those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Letherfold?
I'm not Troll's Charm.
The Stunning Spell.
Actually, the answer was the Patronus Charm.
Is it?
The only known survivor of a Letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
These two.
Laverne de Montmorency.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
What?
Knowledge is the real magic.
No, the answer was never tickle a sleeping dragon.
What?
In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus.
That's
Which
why it's on
magical
there.
creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
I've never seen supposed to do it.
The Basilisk.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the Rune's Paw. According to Parselmouths, where is...
I don't care. Where's the Lower School Witchcraft and
The Amazon Rainforest.
No, Ilvermorny is actually... The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person,
I got it on.
according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Beatrix Bloxham.
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the Egregious.
I
Emmerich
hate her.
gained notoriety for terrorizing villages. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Hairy ears.
No, the answer was bad luck.
Okay,
Native
whatever.
to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Mimbolus Mimbletonia.
Correct. The Mimbolus Mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The Pepper Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Basil Flack.
That's incorrect. The answer was Limfrid of Stinchcombe.
I'm not smart.
Centuries later,
I bet no one knows this.
Worth would expand on Limfrid's
Everyone's
previous work
everyone's
to
fan
create
does
the
not know
Pepper Up
this.
potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
His wand.
Incorrect. The answer was The story was... The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
The Amazon Rainforest.
No, the answer was not... Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Lancelot.
No. The three witches in the story are named Asha, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Please do be mindful where you walk, won't you? Only if you step.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it here. So guys, I'm really enjoying this. I hope we do finish this for the Spider-Man 2 coming out in like 2 months time. First one, Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming out first. So I'll play some of that before the Spider-Man 2 comes out. So it's gonna be fun. I was enjoying all that. I gotta watch some of the gameplay of the Mirage so I know what I'm doing. I know what the story is now. So guys, I want to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe to John Tusk out there, and that's the end of our videos. Keep listening.